Man, do I have a video for y'all. Let's just get right into it. Halloween the game is already getting hate and trashed on, and the game hasn't even been released yet. It comes out September 3rd if you pre-order the deluxe edition. And they showed small snippets of gameplay, not even full gameplay, just small snippets of it. And it's getting trashed and hated on, and it's crazy to me because the game hasn't even been released, like I said. And 50% of the reason why it's getting hated on is because of the DVD community. And I'm just going to say this right now. I hate that community with a passion. They hate on everything. They prey on every downfall of everything. They hate their own game. So the reason why they're even hating on this game is because he got removed from DVD. Michael Myers got removed from DVD. Let's make that clear. And they're trying to blame it on Halloween, the game. Not even their fault. I'm going to be honest, it's partially their fault, yes, but the other half is because DVD simply couldn't get a deal done. They simply couldn't get a better deal done to keep him around. That's on their fault. I feel like if they would have had a better deal or a better offer, we would have been having him in DVD and having his own game. But they just simply couldn't get it done. Now, the other half of the community is gun media. I understand their anger and their, hatred towards them, and that's because they had two good games that got shut down. F13, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm going to go over both of them here real quick. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I agree. I'm with you on that. I promise you I'm 100% with you on that one, guys. They shut that down themselves. They just said they didn't want to do more content to it. They just give up on it. They didn't care about it. It was just like a fun project they wanted to do. They said, that's them. I can't defend them there, but I can defend them on F13 because the reason why that game got shut down is not even their fault. They had an issue where the writers and creators of the movies were going through a lawsuit, which forced Gun Media to cancel out all DLC plans, delete it, throw it in the trash, which they had plans for Jason Goes to Space, Jason Takes Manhattan, and a bunch of other DLC content. As you can see here on the roadmap, they had so much planned. And it's sad to see it go. It really is. But that is nowhere near Gun Media's fault. And I stand by that. I'll always defend them when it comes to F13. When it comes to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I'm on your guys' side. Now, I do want to point this out, and I've pointed this out millions of times, and people will just want to fight with me. Gun Media is not the ones who made this game. It is IllFonic, and people have tried to argue with me saying IllFonic has shut down games before. They have shut them down. IllFonic has never shut down a game, by the way. They have never shut down a studio. The worst they have done was lay off employees. That is literally it. They have never shut down a company. They have never shut down video games. People are arguing me about the content situation. The reason why Killer Clowns from Outer Space didn't get content updates is they only had one movie to work with. They didn't have a series to work with. They didn't have multiple movies to work with. They had to work with one movie, so they kind of lost love and passion for making the rest of that game because they literally had nothing to do. And the fact that they probably would have added more maps to that game and more content to that game, but they seen the player count drop because people were also hating on that game, and they just said, we're moving on. We lost the player base. So if you think about it, that's kind of on the player base's fault. They dipped on that game. So IllFonic was just like, fine, we got to move on, and we got to make a new game from scratch, something that everybody loves, something that has multiple movies, and they decided to go to Halloween. Now, people are talking about Predator Hunting Grounds and sitting there saying that doesn't have any content. That has content, and they still update that game, by the way. They still add new cosmetics. They haven't added a new map in that? Yes, sure, but they still keep up to date with it. They add new cosmetics, new weapons. They added a bunch of new content to that game. They still keep up with that game. So, obviously, you can tell right there, the whole Killer Clowns from Outer Space game was not IllFonic's fault at all. Unlike Halloween the game here, Halloween has multiple movies to work with. They have Rob Zombies. They have the originals. They have so many movies to go off of and make content with. So they're set. If they want to make a lot of content, they can. But you guys gotta realize, once they reach the end of the content period with movies and stuff, they gotta go to another game. They're gonna keep Halloween the game up, but they're gonna have to move to another game eventually that has more movies and series like possibly Ghostface, possibly Chucky, who knows. Stuff like that. They're going to have to move on. But the thing is, that's not even the worst part of everything. The worst part is I have NBA 2K creators and fans coming into my comments saying this game's going to die because of 2K. And I'm going to sit here and I'm going to put a picture up here. He called Halloween the game hollow ass and trying to say 2K is going to kill it. Bro, I'm going to point this out to you guys. No hate towards the non-toxic 2K fans and creators, but like 2K has been giving you slop for 7 years now. 2K has been nothing but slop for 7 years now. And you guys have still supported it every single year, sitting there saying it's going to kill this game and kill that game. This kid has been the same kid to come into my comments multiple times telling me how GTA 6 is gonna die because 2K is releasing. Like, bro, 2K has been slop. 2K has not been good, and it will never be able to compete with GTA 6's level. I don't even think it's going to be able to compete with Halloween the game's level. I'm sorry, 2K is just slop, bro. Also, I kind of want to point this out as well, and it's funny to me that people are contradicting him with this comment as well, too. The last time IllFonic and Gun Media worked together on a video game, it was a huge success. It blew, I want to say blew DBD out the water, but it definitely had DBD fearing for his life, and it definitely had DBD realizing, hey, we got competition now. You know, last time they worked together, it wasn't so happy, smiling, friendly for DBD at all. And that community, you know, they were in shambles too when F13 came out because they seen that player base and they were sitting there like, oh, our game might be in trouble. So I'm just going to leave it there. F13 was a hit, and if they can repeat this with the Michael Myers game, with the Halloween game, DBD might be in trouble again. And finally, the last thing is this game is going to have a story mode, which is not going to be like F13's where it was like tutorials and you just killing people and getting challenges done. It's going to be a full-fledged story about 3 to 4 hours long. They have confirmed that, and basically showing you how it all started, how everything started off before you get thrown into a multiplayer game. I will say it's probably going to have challenges where you can unlock stuff, and it's going to be a fun time. Anyway, if you did enjoy, leave a like, subscribe, turn post notifications on. We are only a month away before this game releases, and I can't wait to play it, stream it, and get some content out. Peace out, and I'll see you all soon.